Good evening, LTL Nation, and welcome to the 7-Minute Breakthrough Revolution. My name is Kelsey Evans, and I will be your speaker this evening. I was 8 years old, sat on the bottom step of my staircase at home when the phone rang, and it was my so-called friend calling me names like one-legged prostitute, peg leg and freak. I was 11 in secondary school, and I wore trousers every single day to hide my prosthetic because I hated it and I thought it was ugly. I was 19 and I made sure I stuck to my 500 calorie a day diet, and I was addicted to seeing the number on the scale decrease. Because if I couldn't have 2 normal legs, at least I could be thin. I was 21 and I was down on my bathroom floor on my knees, forcing myself to throw up everything I'd eaten that morning. I was desperate to be perfect. I was 24 and I was sat by the pool with my friend when she lovingly said to me, "Kels, if you're that unhappy with the way you look, then why don't you think about getting your leg amputated?" Straight as that holiday finished, I went straight to the doctor and I said, "I want my leg amputated." And he asked me why. And I couldn't give him an answer. I kept rummaging around in my head. I was unsure of what to say. And that's when he looked at me straight in my eye and said, "If the only reason you want to amputate your leg is to look pleasing to others, then I would advise strongly against it. Because it's not the outside you need to change, it's what's in your mind." And that's when it hit me. It wasn't the outside that needed working on. It was what's on the inside. And as soon as I left that doctor's office, I made a promise to myself that I would always be kind and loving towards myself from that day forward. So I made 2 lists. One list was the list of everything I'd accomplished so far, everything great in my life that I thought was amazing. Even if it was just being a great friend to someone, being there for someone else, doing a good deed or whatever it might be, I wrote it down on that list. And slowly but surely, that list got bigger and bigger. And every time I thought of something new that I'd accomplished, or I'd passed an exam, or I'd spoken to someone random in the street, for me that was an accomplishment. I added it to the list. The second list was a list of everything I loved about myself, on both the inside and the outside. Now this list was a little bit harder, but slowly but surely I began to build a very, very big list. And any time I thought of something new that I liked about myself or loved about myself, I would add it to the list. And it could be anything about my looks, about my personality, about my character, absolutely anything. I'd get it right down on the list. And I kept those 2 lists with me. And any time I felt down, I would read those lists to make myself feel good. I became my own best friend, because we all get those negative thoughts in our heads, and sometimes there isn't anyone there to say, "You're amazing." You have to say it to yourself. So every time I got a negative thought in my head like, "Kelsey, you're not good enough," or "Kelsey, you're unlovable," or "Kelsey, you're stupid, you're never going to pass that exam," I would say, "Stop right there, thought. Stop right there." And I would tell it to shut up and go back to where it came from. And I would replace it with a positive thought. I would big myself up. I would be my own best friend. I would be my biggest fan. And it felt so good. And then they were the things that really helped me get through. Because not loving myself made me sick, literally sick. So I had to learn the hard way that making loving you a main priority in your life is the best thing anyone can do. Making loving you over anyone in your life, over your friends, over your family, over everybody. Because if your peace of mind, your health and your happiness aren't amazing, and you're not physically and mentally strong, you can't serve anybody else. So you need to love yourself first in order to give that love to other people, your loved ones, your friends, your family, everyone who deserves your love. You have to give it to yourself first. I'm 28 years old, and I choose to surround myself with people who help me grow. And anyone else, I let them go. Not because I don't love them, but because in having them in my life stops me from loving myself. I wear skirts, I wear trousers, I wear dresses because I love my legs and what they can do for me. They can help me run, exercise, swim, just walking in a park. They help me do that, and I love them for it. I've stopped hating my legs. I love them. I eat a balanced diet. I eat chocolate, I eat salad, I eat a mixture of food and drink, both healthy and unhealthy, but it's balanced. And I no longer worry about the weight on the scale. In fact, I don't even get on the scale anymore. I couldn't even tell you my weight, apart from when I go to the doctors or something. I couldn't even tell you it, because I know my value and I know my worth, and it's so much more than the number on a scale. See, in order to truly love ourselves, we must fill ourselves up with a love that is completely and utterly independent of anything or anyone else loving us. The most important person in your life is you. So go out and fill your cup up with love and enjoy the benefits, because I promise you, you won't regret it. I hope you've enjoyed my talk this evening, and if you have any questions or any queries, feel free to send an email to info@lifetalkslive.com or send us a message on our Facebook page, or respond to the live feed now and I will get back to you at a later date. I hope you've enjoyed it and have a lovely evening. Peace out.